I feel like any movie that I'm a part of, I just hope that people have conversations after. I think that's the goal of any movie. Hi, I'm Sophie Thatcher, and I'm here with Notion. What drew you to work on Companion? Honestly, Barbarian was one of my favorite movies of 2022. I think horror is in such a new place now. I think people are finally taking it seriously, and I think that Companion is such a great blend of so many different genres too. I thought the script was fantastic. I met with Drew, the director, and we immediately hit it off. There were so many components, and knowing that Jack Quaid was also in it, I'd heard amazing things about him from other actors and really wanted to work with him. What message do you hope people take away from the film? I feel like any movie that I'm a part of, I just hope that people have conversations after. I think that's the goal of any movie. After watching it the first time for me, I felt a sense of confidence, and it's okay to be alone, and I think you learn so much about yourself, and I think that's important. But I think there's so many takeaways from the film, and it changes every time you watch it. Who do you think Iris's favorite artist would be? What song would she play in repeat? So I had an original playlist for her, and a lot of it was very electronic and very MIDI. The band Broadcast was always a really big influence on me growing up, and a lot of those songs from Haha Noise made it on. I think she would be a big Mazzy Star fan. Looking forward, how has Companion influenced the way you approach your craft as an actor and artist? I feel like I learned filming Companion that I'm a far more technical actor than I thought I was, and I've learned a lot of tricks to get to emotional places, whether it be breathing. I've learned a lot about how I hold myself physically in Companion, because it was very different from other movies that I've done. My posture was very different. I had different costumes that forced my posture to be different. I now know that every minute detail counts, and it makes its way into the movie, and you see it all, and it really makes a difference. Who's on your playlist at the moment? That is always tricky because there's so much. I recently got an NTS show, and that has been the most inspiring thing for me, because I'm able to look at music differently and finally, find new things and have purpose, because it's so easy to recycle music. I've been listening to a lot of Roxy music. Their first album was one of my first favorite albums. I've been going back to a lot of music I was listening to when I was younger, because it's been enough time. Cindy Lee, I always bring up. I think Cindy Lee is the best. Rips at guitar completely. There's too many to think. I could go on and on. Who are your favorite scream queens in cinema? First that comes to mind is Shelley Duvall. Rest in peace. And I see so many similarities in Mia Goth. They're both just such eccentric, strange, insanely talented natural actors. I was lucky enough to work with Mia Goth, and she is just effortlessly cool. How do you balance the worlds of acting and music? How do they differ creatively? With acting and music, they're both personal in different ways. I find myself, I'm still learning a lot with music. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing yet, and I think that's more exciting, whereas I've been acting my entire life. And I've figured out a lot of just how to get through it, whereas music feels like I'm accessing a more vulnerable place, and it feels more like a step inside of my mind, whereas acting is a way out, and music is far more inwards. Music is my downtime, acting is my job, and I feel very lucky that I am able to do both right now. What's next for you? I don't know yet, and I think that's exciting to be at a place where I think I can make my own decisions, and I'm willing, more than I've ever been, to take risks. I want to do a project that just seems not like me, just something that surprises people. But also music is really exciting. Again, I don't know where it's going, but I'm working on a lot of new things.